will say, do you want the intro? Yes, let's do the intro.
Yeah, that's my style right there.
That's his style, baby.
So
Well,
now we're doing it again.
Ryan, all this up.
You want me to play the intro too?
Go ahead.
All
All
right, I'm
right.
getting out. I'll fly back in.
All right. We still need to get you a new one, Jeremiah. We'll use this
Yeah.
old one.
I see the
Okay,
live
who do I
band.
believe the Bible? So this is a very interesting question because we have a whole lot of other religions out there like evolution, Islam.
See, there's Jeremiah.
Man, I wanted to pull over and like see the yard.
Yeah,
Oh, there
get on
it
it.
is.
Oh my gosh, you can see it. Look, everybody. Ahoy! Wait, do you see land?
That's the Argentine.
So here's the slideshow. I say my religion because I would argue that it's not necessarily religion. If there's a king and you bow down to that king, would that be religious?
Okay, I'm here. And for those who wonder why my face isn't a thing, just, I'm having a tough day. But I'm here. So, Ryan will have to be our pretty face. Ryan, where'd you go? He's gone. Okay, I guess you don't get a pretty face today.
I'm getting ready to drive back to the office, and I'm getting ready to pull out onto Whitlock Avenue, and I'm waiting for somebody to be nice and let me out.
Okay, well, Ryan has to be a pretty face today, so.
Yours is a lot prettier than mine is, though.
It's a big blue circle with a J today, so I don't know about that.
Well,
anyway.
That's a good point. Okay, will this Ram let me out? Come on, Ram, be nice.
And
oh, I guess you're not gonna let me out.
Achilles has disappeared today, so I guess it's just me as the host, even though I wanted to ask him a bunch of questions.
He said he was really tired.
He's always really tired. I got to follow up with him with the videos I'm
nice.
making because I haven't shared them to him. Okay, well, if you want to mute yourself for now and potentially join when you clock out or whatever you do, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I can join you when I get back to the office. I'm just, I have to drive back to the office. That takes about 9 or 10 minutes. But first, I got to pull out onto this road. I have to wait for someone to be nice, and usually someone's nice before now. Usually, Okay. I think maybe that little Ford is going to be nice. Okay. we have a nice Ford driver, Ford Escort, Ford Focus driver. We have a nice Ford Focus driver today.
Well, I imagine he knows what it feels like to be stuck on the side of the road. Being a Ford and all. Anyway, so the main thing I want to talk about is we've had a conclusion over the last few weeks where we've talked about where is the real Bible, because so many different versions of the Bible are different. And so we started not by looking at any Bible, but by looking specifically at where the Bible originated from. And we found that it originated from the Hebrew and the Greek. And interestingly enough, the Hebrew and Greek have been protected. Now, most versions of the Bible that I can read say that God will protect and preserve his word. So we knew we could look for it somewhere. I was hoping I'd find it in the English. And sadly, I don't think that's the case. Because when you take the Greek or the Hebrew and you directly reflect it to any of our English translations, you can get the general idea across. The gospel does come across. If you can pick up any Bible, okay? I know some people here hate the NIV, over other Bibles. I was particularly one of those people. We would despise versions like the NIV. You can get saved out the NIV though. And but the main point is that none of them word for word translate over. There are some that are closer than others. The main point to have is to take these as the simpleton information, and if you really want the word for word, go study Greek. Which I understand now why Achilles is like, Greek is so important. However, who has all the time to study the Greek? So, in conclusion, the Bible you have in your hand or on the table is good enough to get somebody saved. It's not necessarily good enough to always do a word-to-word study in, which irritates me. I'm probably gonna have to rewrite a new Bible and call it the word-for-word translation, and get Achilles over here and make a New Testament and find a Hebrew expert and make an Old Testament and all that whatnot. Because I like to read word for word, even if it don't make sense word for word. That's just me. Awake, not woke. You there? Or am I by myself today with a sleeping audience?
I'm driving. I'm driving.
Ryan, you're driving. You don't count.
Huh?
You're driving. You don't count. You're supposed to be on the phone.
Okay.
So, hold on. My son started crying. The main question now. Here, Ryan, entertain the audience. I gotta go get my son.
Oh, you want me to entertain people? Okay. Oh, I'm driving back to the office. Well, what about Crystal? Are you there? Hello? Chris, are you there? I'm driving back to the office.
I'm back.
Driving back to the office. Oh, okay, you don't do anything.
Give the boy a medal for singing that song. I'm back. My son decided to join me on the live stream.
Where's Chris at?
Who?
All right, I'll be at the office in just a short while.
Okay. Well, my main question, and it's really a question for an audience, so put your comments down below if you want, is what do we do from here forth? What's the next show? What is it that we want to see next? Because the main trilogy that I was working on is Who is God? I did it on my own and I posted a video on the channel. Then I did I did Is There a God? That's the one I did on my own and posted on the channel. Then I did Who is God, which I did a live stream about and we figured it out. And then we did Where's God's Word? And that way you can fully understand God's Word. So my question is, what do we do next? Do we want to focus on the subjects of understanding God more now that we've clarified what God's Word is? Or like, how do we want to take this from here? When you have a long project, you kind of get another blank slate whenever you're done with it. Ryan, do you have any ideas? Ryan's gone. I've lost Ryan. 8 minutes in, we've lost everybody. I know I'm bad at public speaking, but come on, I can't be that bad.
Where I lose signal, but look, I'll be with you within 5 minutes. I'll be at the office in my parking spot here shortly. In the meantime, you can just have a little monologue.
Oh, I love those. Give me just a second. Okay, my wife has joined me. She had some ideas, so I was gonna let her spew hers, and then we can all comment at the end. So remember, your ideas are at the 10-minute mark, just before the 10-minute mark.
I've suggested that you focus on truly caring about God.
And what on earth does that mean?
For example, like, I know we get lost in, doing things for Him, and that's good and great and awesome, but, like, He wants an actual relationship. It doesn't matter if you're, fully studied in the Bible, if you're, tithing 130%, if you're, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't matter if you're giving your life to your ministry. It matters if you give your life to God. And that means daily. Not just prayer time, not just Bible study, spending time with Him. I've noticed I was struggling with that.
So pretty much say the last 3 sessions of study we had were completely pointless. If you don't have a relationship with God.
Pretty much.
I like it.
I'm sorry, but yeah.
I mean, she does have a point, though. The general idea of, I've known so many people who are so smart in the Bible, and they can quote scripture to you, and they can like show you up on any verse that you've memorized and everything, and they have no clue what they're talking about, sadly. And they just don't have any relationship. They just have the knowledge. And so I know other people who have a blind faith, and I wish I was more like them, where they don't care about the information, but they know that God exists and they love God and they choose God, and that's all they need to know. And I can't do that because I hate being blindsided, but I admire those who do. Ryan, you there? He unmuted himself and then he's not saying. Okay. I was just hoping for some feedback or something. So that's one idea. I like that idea. I might go with it. She mentioned it earlier, like appreciate God, and I'm like, what do you mean? Of course we appreciate God, but I don't know. It makes a little more sense when she says it the second time. My wife will tell you any day. You need to tell me things like 5 times before I get it. Nehemiah, you're on the air. You want to say anything?
Yeah, he's gonna eat that phone.
He's gonna try.
Hello again. Sorry, I had to switch to my other phone because my regular phone died.
Awesome. I'm experiencing a little bit of feedback. Am I on any speakers?
It may be this phone. It does that sometimes.
Okay. Anyway, so basically the first recommendation, well, you probably didn't hear any of it. I just had my conclusion of what we've been talking about the last few sessions, and how if you want word for word, you're going to have to go to Hebrew or Greek, but there's a bunch of translations that are, they get the general idea across. And so we concluded that, and we asked, what are we going to do next? My wife gave the idea of pretty much saying, I can't say it, you say it. What was it again?
Truly appreciating God.
Did you hear that?
I could hear talking, but I couldn't discern the individual words.
Truly appreciating God.
And explain that.
Oh,
For
yeah.
example, like, it's great to pray and read your Bible, but, like, sometimes, like, I get caught in this rut of praying because I know I'm supposed to pray, not because I want to pray or that I want to be closer,
Like checking something off of a list versus there being true
Exactly. Yeah.
intention behind it.
And I know that a lot of people, they become head smart, they become knowledgeable on all these subjects, but they don't actually pay attention to what's important. They become very knowledgeable on the science and being able to prove God. They become very knowledgeable on you know, on like the study of all of the different gods and everything, and they can debunk all the other gods and show you that Jesus is the right one, and they can even go through the Hebrew and the Greek and tell you about the Bible, but yet God isn't in them. And like that is a major problem. So basically what she's telling me is my last 3 major studies were all useless, and throw them out the window because this is more important. But we're open. We are having an open discussion about different things that would be my next topic. So anybody who wants can put their idea down in the comments. And awake not woke, you got the floor at the moment if you want to say anything. You got any ideas?
Trying my dinner that's cooking. It is very hot right out of the stove, and I should have known better than that. So to clarify, you're going to move on from this topic to another one, and you're just looking for ideas for the next topic?
Yeah, I'm letting anybody say their idea, because I kind of went from studying all these analytical things, and I'm kind of done. I can't think of anything else. Like, it's a perfect trilogy. It doesn't need anything else.
Yeah.
So what's next?
Have you ever done? Well, what are your thoughts on dinosaurs in the Bible?
Well, God created all living animals on day 6, minus the birds and the fish, which He created on day 5. The end.
The reason I mention it is, I heard a little boop. It's a topic that I've been kind of talking about, but from a point of curiosity and ignorance, not really any kind of knowledge. In my woman's Bible, we've just mentioned it a few times, like, we're not really sure what to think of dinosaurs in relation to the Bible. Are they in the Bible? I've seen some people say that the behemoth that is described in the Bible is a dinosaur. And if there were dinosaurs, living with humans, what kind of dinosaurs? T-Rex or different, because there's all so many different dinosaurs, and they all, science says at different times. And
I'm going to ask you a few simple questions, and the answers are going to be really easy, and they're going to give you like all the answers you're kind of looking for. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
On day 6, what did God create?
Man.
Anything else?
No, I don't think so, right? And then He said it was good, and He rested on the 7th day.
On day 5, He created the fish of the waters and the birds of the air. On day 6, He created every beast, and then He finished the day with man.
And then finished the day with man. Okay.
So He created like every land beast, everything that creepeth and crawleth, and all the beasts of the earth and all that whatnot. And He made them after their kind.
Okay, I see what you're saying. That's day 6.
So if He created all of the animals that crawl on the earth and all the beasts of the earth, and then He also creates man on that day, and there was no death until after the garden. When did dinosaurs live?
Well, it had to have been with man, unless I don't know if there are people who don't believe in dinosaurs, but I imagine that might be a thing.
You would either have to not believe in dinosaurs, not believe that they could live for more than like 5 hours before going extinct, before Adam goes, and then that would debunk the idea of death. You'd have death before the fall, or you'd have to not believe in the 6-day creation. You'd have to refuse one of those.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Refuse 6-day creation, refuse dinosaurs existing, period, or refuse no death before the fall.
Okay.
I believe very strongly in the 6-day creation, and I've lost a lot of faith in science. So I lean far.
Don't lose a lot of faith in scientists. Lose a lot of faith in the people who are corrupt and get paid $6 to push an agenda.
What science is supposed to be, I'm fascinated by. You know what I mean? I mean, truly fascinated by. And honestly, that kind of like real science, not the pushing a narrative science, to me proves more the existence of God.
Exactly.
When I look into microbiology, oh my goodness, I just am so amazed with how the things that God does, and how he made this world so that it could function the way that it does.
If you want
So you're right.
if you want a full discussion on dinosaurs in the Bible, the best place I would go to is the person who I studied for a long time, Kent Hovind's Dinosaurs and the Bible. Look that up. It should be on YouTube. It's like a 2-hour seminar, and he goes over everything with dinosaurs from like a scientific viewpoint.
Okay. Because I want to start watching his seminars, and
yeah, he's one dedicated to just dinosaurs.
Yes, you gotta check him out, and the one that Jeremiah mentioned in specific, and the whole thing is solved, like completely solved. On the other hand, because it's been 20 years, and I consider it not only solved, but when somebody made a whole lecture and he's presenting his view and evidence, and they all make sense. When there are people today who are pushing the narrative that Jeremiah is talking about, um, I've made a comparison of the narrative with the responses to the narrative by taking parts from that seminar and creating a video which is called The Lying Religion, because it is a religion, what we have on the other side. So we admit it's a religion, but they claim to be science, but they are religious, because we've exposed this in many places. So in private chat, I'm giving you a link. This is actually titled 2024 Part F, The Lying Religion. And if I'm not mistaken, the previous one, Part E, also has a lot of Kent Hovind. But, oh no, it's not 2024, it's 2023. Yes, I would suggest you start. Oh no, actually, it is the previous one, and I'm shooting the link right here. So this should go in the opposite order that I gave you the links. All right, it's Part E and then it's Part F. But I'm not staying only on that subject. So if you want to go focus only on the subject, watch Dinosaurs in the Bible, Kent Hovind seminar, and you will have all the questions answered. I mean, our book never lied to us. We had a lot of men coming in between and lying to us, and we believe those.
So true.
And that's free on YouTube, by the way. If you go to Kent Hovind's YouTube channel, you should be able to find that. I don't know what his YouTube channel name is at the moment because they constantly take him down.
It's Dr. Dino. It's Genesis Baptist Church and Doc Dino, but you cannot find those there. You have to look for them.
I know if you just search in the keywords "dinosaurs in the Bible," Kent Hovind seminar, you should be able to find where like somebody reposted it.
What is going on with Ryan? Can somebody tell me? Is he in a discotheque? What is this?
I think he's going back to the office.
Ryan was at the office. It looks like he's walking.
Yeah, but what is this? Is that the post office? Is it this dark and cool and misty? What?
No, I think we were in his pocket.
We were in his pocket.
Wow, his pocket looks like a discotheque. Ryan, honey, you're muted. Oh wait, you're not muted. We can't
Ryan,
hear you.
we can't hear you. Still cannot hear you.
We can hear you.
Ryan's in a silent movie.
Yep. A dancing movie.
You might want to leave and come back.
Yep. Again. Second time.
Bye.
Yep. It's not his day. It's because Lucky is not around. It's not his lucky day.
I see what you did there. Anyway, so we were talking about different ideas of things to cover. Awake Not Woke wants me to cover dinosaurs, which is a very personal passion of mine. I love dinosaurs and I love talking about science. My wife wants me to talk about how the last 3 episodes of mine were useless and how focusing on the technical parts of the Bible aren't what we are necessarily to do, but to focus on actually building a relationship with God. You can build an entire understanding of the Bible and have no relationship with God.
Can you hear
So
me?
that's what she wants me to cover. We're looking at more
Hello,
ideas.
Ryan.
So
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, thank you.
Achilles and Ryan, you guys' opinions on what I should do next?
Okay. Ryan, go first.
I mean, you put me on the spot here. Uh,
Take your
You
time.
know-
I want anybody in the viewing area to
when
put
you were
comments
talking,
down that I may look at them later when the video is posted. And
when you were talking about creation earlier, the days of creation, I was thinking about that time that we were at the Ark Encounter, and we did that little video of you at the days of creation display, and in 1 minute you explained perfectly how God created in 6 days. And I've never seen a presentation that only lasts 1 minute that's better than the one that you did at the Ark Encounter, Jeremiah. Do you have that file? Do you want me to send it to you at some point? If you don't have
I
it,
don't have it and I don't need it, but you can post it wherever you want.
well, I think you did such a good job on it.
You need a new intro, though, so I need
Yeah.
it.
You do need a new intro. You can
Send it
make
to
that
me.
your intro if you
Sadly,
want.
the audio is not the greatest because there were so many people in the background.
Yeah. Well, it was okay.
Maybe Achilles
Okay.
can tweak the audio.
Yeah, kinda. If they're not overlapping with Jeremiah talking, I think I can clip the. And there are tools that I don't have, but I can look them up that bring the foreground audio higher and the background noise they lower it down. So send me what you have, Ryan. Give them to Steven, and
Hmm?
we have a folder, and he can share them that. All right, Jeremiah.
Yes.
So,
My
yeah.
my view on this.
Hey, this is for Friends of the Day.
Hello.
You don't want the camera?
Hello.
Oh, come on. All right.
My view on the
Yeah, okay.
subject
All right, I turned off the
is
camera.
that's why we said that the gospel part has not been changed,
What?
and that's where people have to focus. But then you get a lot of preachers out there that take a wrong word and they create a whole lecture out of it,
He's hosting right now.
and the word is wrong.
That's Jeremiah.
So we
That's
cannot say that
that's
that is allowed.
me.
Ryan, you're not
With my
muted.
cam off. So, yeah.
There you go.
All right. So I cannot accept that reading the original to discover that the colors of the horses do not exist, and it's a whole lie created from the translations, and we have turned the horses of the book of Revelation into evil horses, while I believe they represent the second coming. No, I actually think we should be a little more into it than just say, oh, if that's what my translation says, well, so be it.
No, I don't think that's what she was getting at. I think she was just getting at some people just focus too much on the technicalities instead of
Some
actually
people
forming a
do.
relationship.
Yeah, some people do, but that doesn't mean that there is this black or white situation. There are gray areas all over between the white and the black. There are
And
people.
that's what she's talking about. Is just the idea of if you don't have a relationship, none of the rest of it is important.
Oh,
It's
I
still
agree with
important
that.
if you have a relationship, but if you don't have a relationship, none of it matters.
Yeah, we agree. And that's why we said that this part, when it comes to the relationship, has not been altered. And God wouldn't allow that to be altered. Now there are some places where man said, if I change this verse here, I could actually make some money. There are other places where Satan said, if I change something in this verse, I can make everyone think that the second coming will be the Antichrist and not Christ. So when you want to look a little deeper into it and do a Bible study, you should look into the other translations as well. One of them is not good. And in previous videos, I mean, the final video that I uploaded has to do with people debating the shape of the rock that we are on. And the one side, all it has is one word. And if you look into the text, the word that he's using is wrong. It only exists in the King James. It has taken the word eon and has turned it into the word world. And neon is not a world. So when the Bible says that God created all the eons, and you change that to all the worlds, you immediately open up a whole vast field of worlds out there, when the Bible is clearly telling us that only this earth is inhabited. So by changing a single word, you can create blasphemy. So I will be on the position that it matters. I'm not saying take every comma and analyze it, but we know that the word says, another example, I know this in Greek, it says, believing or not, investigate. I can find that. And they've added a comma there, or they removed the comma, and it translates to believe and not investigate. While with a comma, it means believe or not, do investigate. So there are some places as you are reading that you're going to say, that doesn't, I don't understand that. Well, if you don't understand it, look at the other translations. It's that simple. The word is made simple for everyone to understand.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I may be saying it a little too simple, but we're on the same page.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be in this position to say that, but if it's the truth, it belongs to God. God is the truth. Any lie does not belong to God. They belong to the father of lies. So if we find some and we attack them, we are not attacking the word. We are attacking the lies that have been placed within it.
Nobody has mailed me, by the way, an NASB. Not yet, at least. Just saying.
Nobody has mailed you. I heard nailed. Okay.
Yeah, mailed.
Okay. My hands are clean because I'm the last person you are expecting an NASB from, right? So my hands are clean. I don't know about the rest.
Just saying. I don't remember who, but somebody promised me an NASB.
I
And I was
bet
like,
it was
okay.
Steven. It must have been Steven. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but it must have been Steven. That's the one who says, I'll mail you one. But he forgot.
Yeah, I
His
wouldn't be
life.
surprised if it was Steven, because that is
Yeah,
his
right.
one.
But yeah, give him some slack. His life went a little crazy for the past couple of months or less.
I'm actually thinking of getting an NASB for my oldest. He wants a new Bible, and he has currently one that's an NLT Teen Study Bible, but the wording is very teeny tiny, and they don't sell it in a larger print. And my son is farsighted, so it's difficult for him to read tiny words like that. And excuse me. So I don't know. I'm trying to find a good non-King James version Bible for him, and he was kind of interested in the Message Bible, but I told him that maybe he should read the Bible in a different translation first before reading the Message Bible. Anyways, long story short, I'm thinking of the NASB,
Yeah.
but not sure
Online.
yet. I want to get him a study Bible in large print.
You'll find it online.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking.
And get one for Jeremiah too. By the way, Awake, when you go to DAL, there will be a DVD DVD set waiting for you there.
Oh, awesome. Yay, good. I'm excited.
So, Jeremiah, hit us with the next subject. Hello, dear Shayna.
Hey, Sister
Uh,
Shanna.
the word dinosaurs was created by our civilization, and it comes from the Greek, which means terrible lizard, dinosaur. And I'm bringing it up in order to respond to Eugene that the rest of it, of what you're saying, is not the truth. And the truth is what Jeremiah and Awake were discussing at the beginning of the show, which is that they lived with man. Adam named them. So he didn't name them dinosaurs. So you will find them all over the Bible with the word dragon, not with the word dinosaur. We created the word dinosaur, which means
I can see that.
lizard.
The
Yeah,
word dragon being dinosaur.
yep. And
Well, I
yes,
mean,
the
what is a
behemoth
dragon? A terrible lizard.
Yeah.
and,
Wow. What?
and the behemoth and another one, the
That's what
Leviathan, are two different ones. The Leviathan
dinosaur means
was
terrible lizard
one that was living in the
in
water,
Latin.
and the behemoth. I'm not sure, but I think the behemoth was the T-Rex or something really, really, really scary and terrible.
Well, so
Well,
anybody want to
my
cast in their
friend.
ballot of what I should talk about next? Did
Yes.
you did Heart of Flesh? Did you give uh did you give something you wanted to say, or were you just having good grief, my phone's having problems.
Now, was responding to this comment to our brother Eugene.
Yeah.
Uh,
I heard that one, but
yeah.
were you just responding to my wife with the other one, or were you also talking about something I could cover next week?
Well, I believe there is danger in making people afraid to look into other translations because of a fear of overanalyzing the word. Because I'm a newborn, I'm 8 years old in Christ, and the errors that I discovered because I was blessed to be Greek, I felt it was a responsibility to share them with those that are not Greek and offer them my eyes so they can read it in Greek as well, like what we just did with dinosaur, right? So it's not like I chose that. It's what I can offer to the family. And there are many places where I hear, oh, you shouldn't do that. Why? I don't agree, but I do agree with the premise that you need the personal relationship. And then, if you want to study deeper, you need more translations. One is not
So,
good.
what do you think his next topic should be, though?
Oh, his next topic, Jeremiah's next topic.
Yeah, that's what he was asking.
That's what I've
Um,
asked 3 times now.
I'm sorry. I have no idea.
Um, I've been trying to think. I know some people, you know, they really like life application uh, topics, something that they can apply to their daily life. Like, how can I have a better relationship with the Lord? How can
Is
I
that what the
improve
Life
my prayer life?
Application Study Bible is?
Oh, I don't know. How can I improve my prayer life? Um, I think most people don't really care if one version of the Bible has the right jot while the other version has the right tittle. You know what I mean? I think they care more about how can I apply the Bible to my own personal needs and my own personal life. I mean, um, and I'll tell you, the Gideon Bibles are really good about having stuff in them about, pertaining to that topic. Because they have like, if you're lonely, look at these verses. If you're depressed, look at these verses. If you need, uh, and that's good because they put them in hotel rooms and somebody might be experiencing that while when they pick up the Bible and then you go to those verses. And I know a lot of people have gotten saved that way. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, and that's a very good topic. I believe I agree with you,
Okay.
Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. Um, yeah. Maybe we can brainstorm sometime, Jeremiah, when I'm free to concentrate on.
Too late, but I think you already gave your best advice.
Is that okay?
What you said's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
happens to be the consensus so far.
I'm kind of winging it. I'm driving while I'm talking.
And I think that is a
Unless,
very good topic because it's the most useful. I mean, we can, no offense, but we can talk about dinosaurs all day long, and there's other people who have covered it. But the idea of, like, how can we now use this book that we've been studying, and how can we now look at this God that we've been studying for so long and actually use it to change our everyday life?
Right.
yes, but I kind of think that Jeremiah is into
No.
different style. I want to say, like taking a subject, a controversial subject of the Bible, and bringing up the biblical truth about it. So, for example, what you discussed with Awake when I got in the room is something that I believe you are proficient enough to do a whole presentation on it, Brother Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
believe me, I could draw one up right now on dinosaurs. I have
Right.
it all memorized.
Right. So that's another good alternative for a next show. Because if we
Oh,
are
I
very
like the
good at
idea.
something, we should exploit that ability. God gave us that gift, that different understanding, so as to share it.
Could always do both. I do like the idea of like a life application episode, and then you could try to brainstorm, different
A life
topics.
application on dinosaurs.
Ooh, yeah. Slash chickens.
There you go. How to cook the T-Rex. Children like my jokes.
I'm
They are
trying to tie up, but my baby's being too loud.
when they are
Nehemiah
very
likes
very
your
young. They
jokes.
like my jokes.
That's
Then
okay.
they
We love
grow up.
babies.
Then they grow up and like you, they don't laugh at my jokes. But it's okay. I like children.
he's he's too young to know how corny you are yet, Achilles.
Yet he laughed. None of you did.
I'll tell you, when I was younger, I used to really despise The Office, and now that I've gotten older, I don't know if it's because I'm more boring or what, but I now find The Office pretty dang funny. And I was told, yeah, Alice is like, I was told that I had to grow up a little bit more to appreciate the humor, and I guess they were right, because I definitely laugh when I see the clips that come through my newsfeed on Facebook.
Yeah, this guy is just one thing that I loved with The Office when I was watching it. I think I stopped at like the fourth season. He has like 12 now or something like that. is that I cannot predict when he's gonna crack me up with a look. He'll just give you one look at some moment and he will say something, and then I will start thinking about it, and I will just I can't control the laughter. He's very, very good.
Achilles,
Hmm.
were you able to go back and watch the rest of my broadcast last night?
No. What did I
Well,
miss?
if you get a chance, well, Samuel surprised all of us by having his family all come on and talk to us one at a time.
Oh, that's
He had it.
great.
It was so sweet. I
I'm
swear
so
it was
sad I
just.
missed it.
Yeah, go back and watch it. It's really good. He had his older brother and his wife come on, and then he had his younger brother, and then he had his mom, and then he had his dad, and then he had a sister, a younger sister. And the only one he didn't have was the sister that's already been on there, because it was actually the longest show I've ever done. And he kept saying he was sorry that it was going on so late. I said, no, don't be. This is great, because it's his birthday, and his family wanted to kind of help celebrate his birthday by all coming on with him, and it was really good. His dad gave a testimony, his mom gave a testimony. It's just if you go back
That
and
is
watch
so
it,
good. I'm
great.
definitely going to go back and rewatch that. Thank you for telling
Yeah.
us, Ryan.
And if you want to skip to like the second half of it, maybe the second hour, maybe start at the hour something mark if you don't want to see stuff you might have already seen. But it just really warmed my heart that he did that. It did. It really did. It really was moving to me that he did that.
I'll check it out tomorrow as I'm working on this computer here. I want something to listen to, so I'll check it out tomorrow.
Okay.
Brother Samuel is just so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, his show's tomorrow or Friday. Wait, no. Yeah.
Samuel's show is
Samuel's
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Brother
Okay.
show's Friday.
I was talking to my
Well,
wife, so I
it is.
kind of didn't pay attention to anything. But to reel it back in, because it's my
Yeah.
show, not Samuel's show.
Yes.
I know. I was just talking. I was just saying. You could have been.
To recap,
Go ahead.
Achilles
Uh-huh.
says, I don't know what your show should be about. Other than I have a gift and I should use it. Awake
True.
Not Woke, which I keep wanting to pronounce it awkward, but like I don't know because I see the first,
I am
like,
very
two letters.
awkward, so I would not be offended.
Anyway, Awkward Not Woke has
Awkward
has
Not
pretty much
Woke.
said, I
Nice.
need more dinosaurs in my life. And Ryan has said pretty much the same thing that my wife has said, which is,
Yeah.
kind of like a spiritual growth and moral application from the Bible. And I think there could be a mixture of all three.
Oh, wow.
All in
Useful
one
applications
episode.
in a Jeremiah style with dinosaurs.
That sounds epic.
With that said, that's not an official teaser or anything. And my phone just told me it's dying. So I gotta go. And I'm surprised. I thought it was fully charged, but it only lasted 48 minutes. So
Oh my goodness.
I'm
You
sure
your
it
own
lasts longer than
show?
that. It must have just not been fully charged.
Do you have a cord, Jeremiah?
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like we're at a good ending point anyways. I mean, I got other things to do at the moment. But I'll have to say this. I had recently just quit being a busybody job person. Okay? No longer am I at a 9 to 5. I said, screw that. And I now have a ton of time on my hands. For the first time ever in this ministry, I have a ton of time on my hands, and I have no clue what to do with it. And I hope to point a lot of that time to God.
That's great. So we'll be seeing more of you. I'm glad to hear that.
Well, I didn't say that. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's kind of like an engine with no engine mounts. I might just start bouncing all over the freeway. Who knows?
Jeremiah, I'm going to start brainstorming ideas for show possibilities. I'm going to start trying to come up with ideas for shows in the future.
Sounds great, but don't be offended if I don't use any.
I'm not. I can just use them on mine.
Yeah, or you can send out we should all come up with ideas and send them to each other, and then we could all either not use them or not use them.
Have a monthly board that updates with just random ideas on it.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
them in the group chat. Yeah, snip to the group chat.
Okay. Well, do you have an idea for or me? Okay. Well, my wife is having ideas as well, and so
Good, good.
All right.
She speaks louder than all of you as she whispers in my ear. So just
Of
saying.
course,
Yeah,
of course.
I am
And
extremely-
you know, they also talk when you're going to bed, so we can't beat that. Can't beat it.
My wife is having a hard time understanding what I'm saying, so I'm going to say it again. She speaks louder to me while she whispers in my ear. Pretty much meaning your quiet suggestions are way stronger than anybody else's.
Yeah, and
Everybody else got it.
it's not a fair vote.
I'm slow.
It's not fair.
It's not fair voting.
Yeah.
Not fair.
Okay, brother. So, are you leaving your own show?
3 years.
Huh?
Are you leaving your own show if your phone is dying?
Yeah, I gotta leave.
Ending is the.
I gotta say adios. My shows normally run only an hour, anyways. So it's,
Yeah. You're right there, at that
Well-
mark.
I'm right at that point where I want to give up anyways.
Well, you know, we'll.
Don't give up.
I feel like I've said
You're
everything I
not
need
at the
to say.
point where you want to give up. You're not at the point where you want to
Just
give up, are you?
at the point where
No,
he
I'll be
just
back.
wants to click end. Yes, I'm sure.
My son's been babbling at me all day.
It's so
Okay.
cute.
Anyway, see all you
Yeah,
next
guys,
time.
I'm
I'll hopefully have something whipped up. So,
All right. Well, talk to you next time, Jeremiah.
Bye.
God
I
bless
just wanna say,
everyone.
God bless you all.
God bless. Y'all have a good one.
I think
Somebody-
he left without
He left.
ending, so I'm gonna end it for him.
Okay, thank you, Chris. I don't know why he can't just call you Chris. He said it's awkward to say, wait, no, well,
Yeah,
just
that'd
say
be
Chris.
fine too.
Just say
Have a
Chris.
good night, everyone.
Good night.